Blanco 138 coming here with the NCAA 2016 bracketology. We're doing the East today. I want to welcome those viewers that have not seen me before. I am on twitch.tv/Blanco138. Like I said before, usually twitching Destiny, FIFA, Street Fighter 5, Street Fighter 4. It goes on. But today we're doing March Madness, and Thursday and Friday of the first rounds are my favorite days of the year because so many upsets goes on. I mean, these college kids are just crazy with the enthusiasm. It is the best. These kids aren't playing for money. These kids are playing with all heart. So let's get right into it. With the East, the first game, and what I'm here to do is just offer some advice, some facts, some things that you do know, don't know. Either way, it'll help you on to pick your bracket. If you do want to join my bracket, you can join it at Back of My Honda on Twitter. That is my tag name. So you can go ahead and fill out a bracket if you like. You're allowed to fill out 2 brackets on there. So let's get started because I only have about 10 minutes on YouTube. First game, North Carolina versus Florida Gulf Coast. Florida Gulf Coast, as we all know, was that team that went to the Sweet 16 a few years back. Great Cinderella team. Fortunately, that is not the case this year. Not even close. So we're going to go with North Carolina. That first one is pretty much a no-brainer. Ain't no 16 going to beat North Carolina. Second game is the most, probably what people are most giving me questions for is the USC Trojans versus the Providence Friars. Now, I just want to say that the Trojans are 6th place in the Pac-12, and the Pac-12 this year, again, I'll say it again, Pac-12 is very, very stacked. A lot of teams are in the NCAA tournament from the Pac-12. That being said, the USC Trojans' strength of schedule has to be pretty high on there. Providence is from the Big East, and the Big East is not what it used to be. They have a lot of teams taken out. The only teams in the Big East that are fair to even mention are Xavier and Villanova. Providence is 4th in that division. With that being said, the reason Providence is in there, I'm gonna guess is because they have some. They might have they beat Butler in the first match of the tournament, and then they lost to Villanova. So this team really isn't that great to me. USC Trojans aren't really that great, but again, we're just going on strength of schedule here because there really is not much to go on. As far as teams that they face outside their own division. But the USC Trojans, they did beat UCLA the first round. The second round, they lost to Utah, which is fine. Utah's a good team. They're in 2nd place in that division. And they lost by 8. So, again, these two teams are pretty much fair, equal. I'm going to have to go with the Trojans because their division is much tougher than the Big East. Again, the Big East, Xavier, Villanova, good teams, but again, those are the only teams in there. So let's go ahead and pick USC if you wanted my opinion. Next game is Indiana versus Chattanooga. Chattanooga is usually a 16th seed, 15th seed. Today they are a 12th seed, and we all like these 12th seed over the 5. However, this is not one of those games. Chattanooga is not going to beat the number 1 team in the Big Ten tournament. It is, not the Big Ten tournament, the Big Ten division. It's just not going to happen. Indiana Hoosiers, obviously known for basketball. This team is in 1st place. They didn't win their tournament, but again, this is a no-brainer. Indiana takes that one. Next one is University of Kentucky versus Stony Brook. Stony Brook, come on, Kentucky's going to take this. This is not even an argument. If you want to go into it, I will, but I don't have much time. I did go into it in my other streams. If you look on my twitch.tv/Blanco138, if you do have the Twitch app, you can look at my in-depth for each team I did in my past broadcasts. So you can go ahead and look there. I have a limited time, so I'm not going to spend it too much on Kentucky, even though I just did. Next game is Notre Dame versus Tulsa. This game I will go into because it's not so... even though Tulsa's an out bracket, Tulsa is from the American Athletic. They did come in 3rd. The American Athletic is that team with Temple, SMU, Houston, Cincinnati, and then Tulsa and UConn. And I was telling you about UConn before, how UConn went from RPI ranking from 58 to 32. I don't know how that happened, but they did it by winning their own tournament in and by beating Temple, by beating Cincinnati, by beating Memphis, who's is 8-10 in the conference. I have no idea how that happened, but this division and Tulsa is 5th in that division. This division is okay, strong but not too strong, but they do have a lot of players in the NCAA tournament. Now Notre Dame, on the other hand, is in the Atlantic Coast, the ACC, which is obviously the big name schools. This is probably the most teams in any division, with North Carolina, Virginia, Miami, Florida, who's actually really good this year. Louisville, unfortunately, couldn't make the playoffs due to Pitino and the hookers and all that mess that went on over there. Duke has been on and off this year. Very strong favorite among a lot of people. And then you have Notre Dame at 11-7. That being said, Notre Dame is obviously, this is a big strength of schedule compared to Tulsa's. And Tulsa is 5th in that division, and Notre Dame is 6th in this division. And I'm going to go with Notre Dame just from the sheer fact of strength of schedule. I mean, obviously, I think Notre Dame takes it on that one. West Virginia and SF Austin up next. West Virginia, I'm not even going to bother with that. You can look at the in-depth in my past broadcast on twitch.tv/Blanco138. So I took West Virginia there. I'm not going to get into that. Wisconsin and Pittsburgh. Now, this one is one that a lot of people wanted me to get into. Again, the Pittsburgh is from the ACC. I just talked about this. A lot of teams. And remember, Notre Dame was 6th in that division. Pittsburgh is 7th, 8th, 9th in that division. 9th in that division at 9-9. Right behind Syracuse, which is 9-9. And I'm from Syracuse, and I love Syracuse, but this team is not good. They're okay at best, just like Pittsburgh. So whoever they're facing, which is Wisconsin. Now, Wisconsin is 3rd in the Big Ten. Big Ten is a really good division. Now, I am a Michigan State fan, so may be a little biased, but come on. Michigan State did their thing. They're ranked 2 in the AP poll. They're ranked 2nd, actually. They won their own tournament. This team is good. Wisconsin is, they came out 5th in the conference, right behind Iowa, Maryland, Purdue, Michigan State, Indiana. I mean, I don't think it's a contest to see Wisconsin is a very good team. Always play well on defense. I'm going to take the Badgers on this one. And last but not least, we have Xavier and Weber State. No brainer. Xavier, part of the Big East, who just came to the Big East a little while ago, representing the Big East, and probably the only 2 teams good in the East. So we're going to go with Xavier on that. Again, guys, thank you for joining thank you for joining the YouTube video. I was going to say the chat because I'm used to doing things on chat live. But this is cool too. And I'm glad I figured out how to do this. So I hope everyone enjoys tomorrow and Friday. It's going to be a blast. I'm going to be sitting here with my paper, going through everything. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. But I'm just giving you some facts to let you know for you to choose your bracket. All right? Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Leave a like if you like.